So there are a lot of channels on YouTube talking about gold and silver, and I like most of them. And out of you can see it just gold just went up again. And I'm as far as I know, I'm the only channel, the only person who made a silver purchase um, video that you saw me do the purchase and afterwards, and then I came back and I did an unboxing of it. I'm sure they're out there, but most of them that I've seen, I haven't seen. They always show you what they have, and you really don't know where they got it from. Did they work at McDonald's and save their whole life so that they could buy the precious metals? Were they given it? Was it from an estate? Um, did they buy it at the height? You don't know, and does it matter? Well, kind of, right? I mean, as far as profit goes, yeah, it matters. Sure, it does. A lot of stackers profess that it doesn't matter when you buy. Um, well, I guess it doesn't matter when you buy if it doesn't matter if you lose money. Then yes, that's true. Yes, 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 yes. Then 100% that is correct. If it doesn't matter if you lose money or not, it doesn't matter when you buy because precious metals are are only different than anything else in as far as what that you can hold them, you can stack them. Silver takes up a lot of space and volume and is heavy. Not too much, but once you start getting into the hundreds of pounds, it could be kind of difficult. If you're talking about 20, 30, 40, $50,000 in silver, you're talking about an incredible amount of weight, right? So a couple hundred pounds, yeah, you could travel around with it. You know what I mean? But it becomes kind of apparent. It's depending on how strong you are, to lift it and move it. Gold is much different, right? You got a pound of gold and you're golden, as they would say. Now, you might purchase. I mean, obviously, if you're going to purchase when you have the money, then it doesn't matter, right? Because you. So right now, gold is almost at $2,300. This is an all-time high. Silver's almost at $27. Not an all-time high, but pretty much an all-time high for the past 30 years, right? Since the 80s, the Koch brothers and all that stuff. So the 80s to now, that's 40 years. Um, so unless you're going to count that one blip, right? I mean, I could click on silver. Let me just click on it. All right, instead of saying, all time. I don't want. So here, where's this? 2000. So 2006, 2014, 14, 10. I mean, you're talking about what? One day it went up to 50 again. But generally, pretty close to where it's at now. Look, you can see the line here. Um, so this is where we're at now. That $27 in 2020. It also okay. You know what? I got to be honest with you. I didn't even realize that we hit $27 a couple times within the past 5 years. So this is pretty. So that means after 2021. So okay. So I guess it's the pandemic, the stimulus money. People poured it into. That's the only thing I could think of. That with the stimulus money, people bought silver. I'm going to assume gold did the same thing because they usually follow each other. I could click on gold next. But between, so I don't know if you want to count that, right? Because this right now, this isn't from this is inflation now. That was stimulus. This is inflation. Here, during the 2010s, huh? Again, and look, it came all the way down to $14 and $12. What is it? $14 from $50. So this isn't really astronomical prices that we're looking at right now as far as silver goes. But we're hitting $27. Actually, we just hit it. It says 27. We just went over 27 according to this. Maybe yeah, the ask is 27.05. So I guess that's what it's showing here, the ask. So we just went over $27 as this video is being made. And the speculation, the feeling is that it's just going to go higher. Now, why have that feeling? Every time it went high, it went really, really low. And where's the other one? I thought the other one was here. Here's the other one, the 80s, the Koch brothers. This is so anomalous here. This is bananas. Up to $50 and then down to $5. That's that is pretty nutso. So that never happened again, right? So the support became $15. Basically, I'm going to say from here. Where's this? No, because it did drop down for how long? For a few months. I won't count that. So a few month drop. People get nuts when the drop is. But if it goes right back up in a few months, then you buy on the dip, right? Right. If silver goes down to $15, great. I'm buying. If it goes up to $50, am I going to sell? Yeah, probably. I probably sell it. If it went up to, if it went up to $50 like tomorrow, the next day, yeah, I'm probably selling. And then to try to buy again if it dropped. But I don't know if anyone's going to buy. That's the thing. And what are you going to do? You're going to sell on eBay and you're going to get a 1099 for it. You could try. You could, of course, you're not supposed. You can try to write it off, or but you're talking about a lot of tax stuff going on. If you go to your local LCS, I think it's under $10,000. It's something different, right? I don't know exactly the whole law behind that. My point is this: are they going to buy? Is your local coin shop going to buy your silver from you if it jumps to 50? No, because they're probably going to look to sell their silver. I doubt they're going to buy yours. Now, the only time that would change is if there is really some sort of feeling that it's going to go from 50 to 100. And I'll be honest with you, I don't have the experience as an investor to understand that far into the future. I could look at this chart and realize, like anybody else, that yes, it's 27 is pretty high, 27. So I know what a support is, and can it drop back down to 18? Yeah, that's $18, but then with the premium, you're still talking about 23, 24. So I bought it 29. So $5 here or there doesn't mean anything to me. Now, that's an if. That's a big if it's going to drop down to $18. It's probably more likely at some point to drop back down maybe to 25. So if 25 becomes the support, that'll be historically that would, well, I don't know. Here the support's 21. You see the bottom of all of these. This is the support. So that's the highest since prior to 2019 when the support is here at $14, $15. And here it goes again at 21. So a $25 support is very significant. You're talking about almost 20% rise. If the support becomes $30, again, that's much more significant. So that's what we're looking out for right now. Is we're watching what happens with the precious metals, actually all. I shouldn't even say specifically gold and silver, because I said if you watch my videos, I said platinum is going to outperform palladium in my opinion, right? Not investment advice, okay? Just somebody on YouTube who own some gold, silver, and platinum, and copper, and I even own 316 stainless steel rods. Okay, for what? I don't know. It was a pretty good investment because I got them for X amount. I was checking out what stainless steel. I think it's 316. I think it's three. That's the what they make a lot of stuff out of. Let me just put it like that. Um, and it went up. Stainless steel 316 went up quite a bit recently. So that's all. That's all I do, and I understand how to look at charts and read charts. I'm not some sort of guru. I'm not going to put $1 million of gold on the table, but I understand what's going on. And the question is it too late to buy? Right? Ultimately, that is what we're asking. How does inflation impact your financial situation? And what are the dollars in your pocket worth? Because if the dollar in your pocket is going down, but gold and silver and platinum are going up, well, you better start making a lot more dollars for that to even out. If not, you know, you won't be able to purchase any. And that is how the poor stay poor, because you can't increase the amount of dollars you're making relative to assets going up. And that's the conundrum we're in. So we're going to look at it and try to figure it out together. So I made a small purchase in my previous video, right? If you look, I have a playlist for precious metals. If you watched the last one, it was the unboxing or the opening of the silver eagles that I got, the 20 silver eagles. I got them for $29 a piece shipped. 2024s, BU condition. They're beautiful. How much are they now? They're more, right? I'll do another video on that later on. The point is they're more. And for me to buy them now at $32, $33 each, $34, $35 each, I have to produce more money. I have to make more money somehow. This YouTube channel better start making me some more money, or I can't afford to buy the silver eagles. And forget about gold. I guess for $500 or $600 you can get, quarter ounce or something like that. You know what I mean? That's okay to stack too. I like fractional. The premiums are so high on fractional, but I do like fractional. That's a whole nother video. So that's where we're at today. Let me know in the comments below. Are you buying? Is your income keeping up with inflation to the point where you're able to stack precious metals? Or will you have to reduce what it is that you buy? Like, for example, you're just going to pick up, which is fine. Maybe once a week or once a month, you'll get a silver eagle. That's okay. That's all right. If it's once a week, that's 52 a year. That's great. Perfect. Or maybe you just do once a month and you got 12 of them a year. That's okay too. That's not bad. That's something. But just out of curiosity, leave a comment below and let me know what you're doing. I'm in watch zone right now because these prices are going up, and I have to see how the other assets do, right? Because for example, I showed that picture. I'm still trying to find out who the artist is of that picture. I don't know if that painting is worth $500 or $50,000, right? Because art will also go up during inflationary times because it's a tangible asset. So if I find out that painting's worth $50,000, I'll probably sell it and buy gold, right? If it's worth $500, I'll probably put it on the wall because I can't even buy a tube of silver eagles with $500 now. Now it's like it's probably like $650 now, or if not more. So there we have it. Okay. I'll see you on the next one. Please click like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this type of content. things are gonna get very interesting over the course of the next several months, and definitely over the course of the next year, especially with politics and geopolitical stuff and things of that nature. Okay, and I'll see you on the next one.